ChaseWins.com coming to you for, well, it's technically going to be for Wednesday. It's Tuesday evening now. We've actually got games getting ready to kick off. We've got four plays, within the three matchups that are going on in the MAC tonight. Congrats to everyone on kicking off the week on Tuesday with a 2-1 day. Did not have a play on Monday Night Football, so Tuesday was our first day of the week. And hopefully we'll keep it going on Wednesday. We'll have plays on Thursday. I'm going to give you a free play here. This one's going to be a little bit different than what we normally do. So I'm going to give you my play for Thursday Night Football in the NFL, and I'm also going to give you a nice little underdog play for NFL Sunday. Still looking at underdogs for Saturday in college football, so those will be coming. And everybody seemed to enjoy. I mean, it's only been like an hour since I posted the video about the NBA draft, kind of giving my thoughts on that. And hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully, the pick I gave you on who I thought was going to be number one overall will come through for everybody if you did decide to play that. But really quickly, over the last hour, everybody's really been like, hey, I really like this. Here's what I want you to talk about. Overwhelmingly, people want to talk about what I assume they would. My thoughts on Theo Epstein leaving my beloved Chicago Cubs, the man who was given the credit for coming in and basically single-handedly building the greatest Cubs team of all time and the team that broke the curse and so on and so forth. So everybody knows I've got a lot of love and respect for Theo and my thoughts on it. So that will be posted. I'm going to record that this evening, and we'll get it posted up probably around lunchtime on Thursday. I'm going to record it the second that I get done with this video, and I'll get it set to post after you guys have had time to watch this one, because I'm going to post this one sometime late tonight. So not really much of a recap. We can go over, like I said, a 2-1 Tuesday. We've got games that just now kicked off for Wednesday. So let's go ahead and jump into what we've got at the site this week. Like I said, if you're wanting a 3-day pass, you can get one today. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We haven't done this in a few weeks. It's been about a month now. And if you want a 3-day pass, you can get one and get the fourth day free until midnight tonight only. And this is for Thursday. So $50 gets you the 3-day pass. That's all premium and daily top plays. But you will get Sunday included if you purchase that. Now, what I would need you to understand, and don't email me, if this comes about and you're wondering why you didn't get it, because I'm telling you now, these small packages do not include games of the week, games of the month, or games of the year. So if big top plays like that come around this weekend, which there will be at least one, if not two, it will not be included in a $50 package. It will not. It never has been. It never will be. That will be something that you have to purchase separately. The only packages that include those higher rated games are the all access pass. That's the way it's always been. That's the way it will always be. Everybody that entered the chance to get the 75% off the 1-year all access, congrats to those people. That contest has been over since last week, and as I promised, that's not coming back. There will not be another special on a 1-year all access pass for the rest of this year. But I like running those contests. I like turning short-term people into long-term people, giving something, giving people a chance to get it for a discount, because I know if they can get it for that discount, and even if it costs me money, once it's all said and done, I've got a customer for life, because I know the amount of money they're going to make. So we're going to run a contest, and we're going to run it. Hopefully, we're going to get enough interest in this contest where we can do the drawing at lunchtime on Thursday and have everybody announced and taken care of before plays even kick off on Thursday. If you would like to get the entire college basketball, NBA, and this coming year's NHL season, all 3 seasons, that's $4,500 worth of plays. The full seasons, every premium and daily top play from day one until someone's crowned a champion for $799. You can enter the contest now. You have 2 ways to enter. You can send me an email, chase@chasewins.com, and just tell me you're interested, and you'll automatically be entered. Or you can DM me at PicksChase on Twitter, and that will get you entered as well. Like I said, if we can get at least 100 people entered by lunchtime on Thursday Eastern Time, we will do the drawing at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll get everybody taken care of tomorrow afternoon, because what I'm going to do is whoever wins that contest and gets and signs up, I'm going to go and give you every premium and daily top play until college basketball starts in just under a week. Right at a week. So right at 7 days. So you'll basically get a 7-day package on top of it. Obviously that won't include games of the week, month, year, but you still get all of the plays, all the daily premium and daily top plays that I release for the 7 days leading up to when your college basketball season starts. And then about a month after your college basketball season starts, your NBA will begin. And shortly, a couple weeks after that, your NHL pass will begin. So make sure that you send me an email or a Twitter DM and let me know that you want to get on that. And that's just something fun that we can do. There's going to be 3 winners selected. Like I said, if you're watching this video and it's before 1 p.m. Eastern Time or before noon Eastern Time on Thursday, don't wait to enter if you want to enter. Go ahead and do it now. Just assume that plenty of people have entered and we're going to cut it off at noon. So go ahead and do that. If you want to get a 7-day pass, it's $100. Like I said, it's got the same terms of a 3-day pass. Same thing with a 30-day pass. You can get the 30-day all-access pass, which is a little bit more money, but it will give you any games of the week, month, or year that we do have for that 30 days. There's nothing left off of those that you will not get. All right, let's get on to Thursday night football play. Seahawks, Arizona. Arizona's traveling to Seattle. Arizona's coming off of a very big emotional win against the Buffalo Bills with that 50-yard Hail Mary throw by Kyler Murray. DeAndre Hopkins, best hands, best receiver in the league, caught it, defended by 2 or 3 defenders to catch it with time expired to end up winning the game. We actually had a play on that game. We had the over 55 points in that one as our top play on Sunday. It was sitting at 56 points when that play went off. So we won no matter what, but we just added some cushion to it with that final second play. And the Cardinals ended up winning in, a miraculous Aaron Rodgers type Hail Mary. So congrats to the Cardinals there, but this is what we have. Seattle, number one, they have no defense this year. This is not the Legion of Boom anymore. This is not, you're not fearing the 12th man in Seattle anymore because there are no fans. But you have no defense in Seattle anymore. And to be honest with you, has that hurt them? Yes. But what it's done is light an even bigger fire under the man that paved the way for dual threat quarterbacks in Russell Wilson. The very first to ever have true success in doing it, in my mind. The first true dual threat quarterback to ever become a champion by his own merits. He's just been playing for this season. And I mean, he's had a couple of off games where, most quarterbacks would consider it a good game, and it's been off per Russell Wilson standards. He's just been off. But even then, just this season, he has played at an MVP caliber level, and that's saying a lot considering how good other quarterbacks are playing. Patrick Mahomes, Tua for his first 3 games going 3-0, and he hasn't done anything miraculous to this point, but just the way that he's been the leader that nobody knew that he could be at such an early stage in his professional career. Obviously, Tom Brady's done fantastic other than the one game at New Orleans. He's played like MVP, Super Bowl type quarterback. What he did this week at Carolina was nothing short of spectacular. Drew Brees, up until his unfortunate injury, was playing just as good as Brady, in my opinion. Aaron Rodgers started off the season great. He's had a couple of bad weeks. But anyway, what I'm getting at here is, with having no defense and Russell knowing that the team as a whole is relying on him so much more to ensure that when his offense takes the field, they're successful, because he knows that the chances of stopping a lot of these teams defensively, the dealer didn't deal in their favor. So what we have here is we've got a Seattle team that, number one, doesn't have a defense, and number two, they're banged up. That's where a problem comes in. But now you also have an Arizona team that's slightly banged up. Again, not much of a defense. People thought going into this year that the bright spot that they were going to have was their defense. Yes, they've got Murray at quarterback, and you got DeAndre Hopkins, the best receiver in the league, but how long was it going to take them to gel together? What other pieces of the offense were they going to need before they could become successful as a team, and were they going to have to rely on their defense? Well, they haven't had to. The success that they've had has come off of the offensive end, like I said that it would. Their defense is non-existent, just like I said it was from the start. Where whoever thought they were going to be a good defensive team, I'm not sure what you're looking at in thinking that. They don't have a good defensive team. They didn't have it going into the season. They're not going to have it going out of the season. So what you have now is two decent offensive teams, um, two poor defenses that don't stop anybody, and two quarterbacks that have both made it very clear that their one and only goal is to be the greatest at what they do. Obviously, I think Russell has the upper hand here. And when you go up against Russell Wilson, the chances of outperforming him are slim to none, especially in his own house. But what you have here is a team where if this was, let's say, coming off of a bye for these teams or coming off of just a normal game where nothing thrilling happened, then yeah, I think Arizona may have a slight upper hand, other than the fact that you're playing outdoors in Seattle. It's not going to be the greatest of weather, which it never is. Um, and besides that, just for the team itself, Arizona might have a little bit of an upper hand. Plus, the weapon that you have downfield in DeAndre Hopkins is second to none. It cannot be mimicked or recreated. But you're coming off of that Sunday afternoon emotional win. And with Seattle, you're not coming off of anything emotional. You're coming off of something a little more hard fought, in my opinion, but something that I think did nothing more than zone them in for this game and what this means going forward in their season. Whereas I think this may have given Arizona just a little bit of a false hope because you think, okay, they beat Buffalo. What is Buffalo known for? Since the Rex Ryan era, since Buffalo came back to relevance, they've been known for their defense. They've never been known for their offense. Even when they've had good receivers and good backs, like Sammy Watkins did well for them. C.J. Spiller did well for them. But when you have those guys and you've got your Josh Allens that have done really well, it's still been their defense. Now, going into 2020, nobody thought that was going to be different. And what's weird is when you watch a Buffalo game at the end of it and you hear people commentate on the game, they're still crediting wins to Buffalo's defense. Now, I'm not saying Buffalo's not stopping offenses, and I'm not saying their defense isn't coming up with big plays throughout the game. But the defense is not doing anything remotely close to what it's known for because this year Buffalo doesn't have the defense of Buffalo past. And do I think they'll get back to that? Yeah, but it's going to take after their offense finally reaches its peak, which it hasn't yet. What you have is a Buffalo team that for the last 5 years has been a defensive powerhouse and an offense that just cannot quite get over the hump. Their defense is what keeps them in games. It's what keeps them close enough to allow their offense to win them a game, and their defense being the reason that they do win games. Well, in 2020, it's the exact opposite. Sure, their defense isn't terrible. Their defense is making some good plays, big plays at times, but it is their offense that has won them every game this season. Just like this past week, had it not been for that Hail Mary and the play that could not be recreated if they tried it another 100 times, Buffalo would have won the game, and they would have done it because of their offense. I get why people assume that it's Buffalo's defense because that's what we're all used to. What I can't get is the people that are calling this game, that are watching every snap of it, that are still willing to say it's the Buffalo defense, it's the Buffalo defense, when the Buffalo defense actually this week was a problem. There were many chances the Buffalo defense had a chance to stop the Cardinals where the offense could create real separation to where this situation with the Hail Mary would have never happened. And they didn't do it. And there's been multiple situations like that throughout the year. That's why we took the over on a team that's known for its defense and cash it as a top play. I mean, that should have given you a hint right there that I don't believe in Buffalo's defense this year, but I do believe that their offense has the capability of being in that top 6, 7 conversation. As long as Allen's healthy and as long as he's playing smart between the ears. But right now, coming off of that emotional win, I think that that gets you cloud your judgment a little bit. And coming off of the way Seattle has played the last 2 weeks and what they've had to deal with and what they know what this game means to the success going forward, because Seattle knows what they have and don't have. They know it. And Pete Carroll is not somebody you want to go out there and have to face after a loss or multiple losses or even after a bye, especially. Pete, Pete Carroll's just not that guy. He's probably the best coach in the NFL outside of Bill Belichick. That when you get him in those spots, he'll pick you apart, he'll embarrass you, and he'll get his team back on track, even if he's doing it with just band-aided piece together. Seattle's known since the beginning of the year they weren't the team they were in the past. And with injuries and the virus list that keeps piling up week after week after week, they know that the chances of them going deep into the playoffs and playing for a Super Bowl this year is slim to none. But if what they have this year, and this is what Russell Wilson was really talking about a couple of weeks ago in an interview, he said, even though you might not be playing for anything when it comes to championship during a season, you're still playing for your own personal self. You're still playing for your team. You're playing for your city. You're playing for your fans. But more so that, you're on tour. You're on tour because there's going to be players that get brought up in trade conversation, in free agency, in off of waivers. There's going to be teams that get drafted. There's going to be so many things where Seattle's going to have a chance to bring people in. And ultimately, some of these people are going to be able to decide, do they want to play for Seattle or not? And what people don't know about Seattle, beautiful city, really is. Very extremely liberal. If you're not into extremely progressive and liberal people, you wouldn't like Seattle or the Pacific Northwest at all. But it's very expensive. It's cloudy a lot. It doesn't pour down rain like everybody thinks. The weather's actually a lot better than most people give it credit for, but it is cloudy. It is misting a lot. It is a lot more rain than I'd like to deal with because I'm not a rain guy. But very expensive. And so when you're talking about somebody having a chance to go play somewhere, Seattle's usually not at the top of their list unless they know they've got a chance to win. Russell Wilson being there is already a plus because they know they get to play for such a stud quarterback and such a good human being. But if the team around him sucks, they don't want to be, especially free agents, they don't want to go be a part of the rebuilding process in Seattle when they can go be a part of right now current success in a place like Miami. So Russell's on tour right now to say, look, we want to go out there and win a game on what we have right now to be able to show them we figure out how to do it because that's the team we are. But if we had you, God, it would be so much better, so much easier. And just by picking you up, we'd buy ourselves another 2 wins. It's what every NFL team does. So for that, I think that just in this situation, and I could give 1,001 more reasons why I like it, but I really, really think that the emotional win's going to cloud Arizona just a little bit. What Seattle's gone through their past couple of games, I think it's going to get them focused even more. It's going to light even more of a fire under Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll. And I don't think that Arizona is really in a good position to go into Seattle and have to face a team like the Seahawks that have the capability of doing what we all know they can do. Now, here's the problem. Right now, as of right before I started recording this video, Seattle's laying 2. I don't mind laying the 2 points. But with how NFL games have gone the past 2 weeks, as I told you back 2 weeks ago, they were going to start getting like this. They were going to start getting closer. Laying double digits was going to start becoming a hell of a lot more dangerous than it already is in the NFL. It's already very dangerous to lay double digits in the NFL. We've done it 3 times this season, or 4 times this season. We're 3-1 on them. But we did it at the right times. I haven't done it in the last 2 weeks because right now, it's becoming very dangerous. Yes, each week you're still going to see a double-digit win. But it's not going to come with games that you expect. And games that you think that a team could win by double digits are the ones that are decided by last-second field goals or Hail Marys to be decided by a mere point or two. I think that whoever wins this game wins it by more than a field goal. So I am okay with you taking Seattle -2, laying the $1.10, and moving on. But what I played, just because of the way that the NFL has gone the past 14 days, because we've seen the types of underdogs win that have. Now, we've had most of those underdogs, so we know they've come. But it just goes to show you that teams have not been prepared for these underdogs to come in as a road dog and control it from start to finish. I don't think Arizona's going to do that, but I know they can with the shape that Seattle's in. So for that reason, I do think Seattle wins this game. I think they're the better team in this spot. Russell Wilson's undoubtedly the best, man at the wheel. Pete Carroll's undoubtedly that pretty boy motherfucker for Arizona wasn't no good at Texas Tech. He ain't gonna be no good here. He's nothing more than a face and somebody good to do interviews with. He is a shit coach. He's a shit coach who thinks that he's still a fraternity guy. I don't like him. I mean, I don't got anything against the guy. I just think that he's way overhyped. I don't even think he should have been a Power 5 college football coach. An NFL coach, you guys are going to talk shit about Lane Kiffin, but at least he knew what he was doing. Pete Carroll could eat this kid for breakfast, shit him out before lunch, cut him up, reheat him, and eat him again for dinner. And I think that could happen on Sunday. But the shape Seattle's in right now, I don't feel confident laying a lot of points with Seattle. And I know two's not a lot. So again, if you don't feel comfortable laying the money line, lay the 2 points. But this is a game that could be decided by 2 points. And the more that I look at it, the more that I just come to that realization. So I'm personally willing to lay the money line of $1.45. I see it at $1.40 at Bovada. But William Hill had it at $1.45, so that's what my runner put in for me. So you've got two options. Your official free play is going to be to take Seattle Seahawks on the money line minus $1.40 to $1.45, whichever you get it at. Or you can take Seattle -2 and lay the $1.10. Now, this game opened up at 3. I have a feeling it will get back to 3 before kickoff. You can lay the 3 if you want to. If you're going up to 3, that drops it from a true premium free play down to a lean at best. If you have to go above 3 or above $1.50, no play under any circumstances. I'm not laying more than 3 with Seattle right now. I'm just not going to do it, and I'm not going to do it in a Thursday night football situation where you're going to see these Thursday night and Sunday night, Monday night games start getting even closer and closer as the season wears on. So, official free play, Seattle on the money line. Try to lay under 3. That's where it keeps it at a premium play. 3 would be a lean. Anything above 3 is no play for me, and you're on your own. That is your official free play. Let's get into another one. I'll tell you what. I'll save the underdog for the next video, and it will be posted on Wednesday. So there you go, guys. Next one coming up will be an underdog for NFL Sunday. I love you guys. Go to the website, chasewins.com. Get on a package, and I'll see you in the winner's circle. Thanks.